Welcome back. It is time for The Pulse. Allison Pond is the national editor for the Deseret News. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's nice to have you here.
Thanks, nice to be here.
Let's talk about Orphan Sunday as a popular topic around the world today.
Orphan Sunday is today, and there are members of evangelical churches who are gathering to offer up prayers for children around the world who don't have families of their own. It comes at an interesting time for the international adoption movement when they're facing strong criticism and making some reforms to eliminate corruption and trafficking that have sometimes been involved with international adoptions.
There's been interesting stories about that this year, and we've covered them on KSL, where it's become more difficult for, say, to go to Russia and adopt children and bring them back. Is this all part of the international body trying to figure out how they want to do this?
It is, and there's the Hague Convention on International Adoptions that is being implemented, and individual countries are also tightening up a lot, and there's increasingly focus on trying to help kids find a good family within their home country rather than necessarily going somewhere else. International
adoption is quite popular here in the state of Utah, that's for sure, and around the country. All right, ThanksGivukkah is a new phrase that we're going to all need to get used to in the coming weeks, right?
Yes, this is a new super holiday that we have this year. It happens when the first day of the 8 days of Hanukkah coincides with Thanksgiving, which is happening this year for the first time in 125 years.
Wow. That's interesting. It became a super holiday for me when the NFL put a third football game on Thanksgiving Sunday.
It's a super holiday if you're Jewish.
So how will that change things? Will it just kind of create more hype as the two holidays literally merge?
Yeah, so some Jewish families are pulling out the menorah, the turkey-shaped menorah.
Yeah.
Other families are concerned that maybe this will make their children feel a little left out and when it comes Christmas time and everyone else is getting presents. But sometimes the holiday falls in November and it can fall as late as mid-January.
First time in 120 years?
125, yep.
125, wow. All right, let's stick with the holiday theme. Now that we're in November, and Black Friday is another phrase that we're going to hear over and over again for that shopping time right after Thanksgiving. Is it really that big of a deal? Is that the day when we really should get out there to find the best deals?
Well, we've been following this a little bit, and there are some myths around Black Friday, and one of those myths is that the best deals of the year come on Black Friday. There are actually some items that you might get a better deal on if you wait until a little closer to Christmas, including toys, maybe a blender. HD TVs, you'll get the best deal if you wait till January or February.
All right, so what's coming up this week as we get into the first full week of the 11th month of the year, which I can't believe it's actually here.
I know. We have a story coming up on how and why some financially savvy families are cutting the cord on cable and finding another way besides paying their cable bill to watch the TV shows that they want. We also will have a feature on the gap year, which is when students take a year off between high school and college to travel, learn a language, do some humanitarian service, other things like that.
That's called the gap year. I thought it was just called a break, but it's the gap year.
That's right.
And that cable TV thing's a big deal. It could change the industry quite a bit.
Absolutely, and you know, as you see more and more people doing that, they're going to have to revisit the way that they're looking at how that works.
It's great to see you.
Thanks, you too.
You can read more from Allison Pond on DeseretNews.com. And that is our report this week. Thank you for being with us. Hope you have a great Sunday. I'll see you back here tonight right after the Colts and the Texans on KSL 5 News at 10 with Keith McCord. Music and the spoken word is coming up next.